Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. I'd just like to introduce Dinah, my colleague Dinah.
Hi, everyone.
And we've got our latest team member, Kat Westwood.
Hi.
And she's going to share some of her experiences about some of the projects we've been up to. So if you'd just like to say hi in the chat, and we'll find out who's here and where you're from, just say who you are and where you're from. And we better get straight on with the webinar. We've had well over 600 people sign up. It's a massive webinar and it's a huge relaunch for us. It's the biggest launch we've had since we started. So I'll just find the slides and we'll share those with you.
I want to read the chat, but I can't see without the right glasses. Hello, everybody. Whoa.
Oh,
Well, they're coming in so fast.
We've got well over 100 people live already.
How lovely.
Yeah, great. From all over the world.
Florence and Portugal and Streatham.
A real international group.
Gorgeous.
Okay, well, this isn't just one launch. It's 3 in 1. We've actually got a triple launch today. That's why we're all so excited. We've been working for about 6 months on this launch. And because we've got a brand new TCM online course featuring Carola Cook as our guest lecturer. We've got our all new observed treatment seminars, which we've been working on. And some of you have really helped us with the trial for that. And we've actually kind of got it kind of right now, hopefully. And then that will all flow into our membership launch, which is a massive change in the way we're going to be hopefully engaging with you and allowing you to engage with us in the whole project. So yeah, it's a pretty big launch. So here we go. So let's have a look and see what we've got in store. Okay, so this is what we've got in store in the next hour. I'm sure the time is going to go very, very quickly. We're going to talk a little bit about TCM. I know, Dinah, you've got some things to say about that.
Always.
Always. Dinah's always got something to say about TCM. And we're going to talk about the unique way that we've been developing how to experience TCM. It's an energy-based approach. We've got practical exercise for you, so make sure you get your paper and pens ready. We're going to all do an exercise together on yin and yang deficiency later on. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the observed treatments, and Kat's going to share some of her experiences. She's our editor-in-chief, and she also has been doing a lot of the videoing for the OTSs, so she can share some of her experiences with that. And then once we've done that, we can then just show you around the new membership launch, which is, we think, is really pretty exciting. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Okay, so why TCM?
Why indeed?
Why indeed? Yeah. Well, this is what I think, Dinah.
Tell me. I was going to say, what do you think?
Well, I think first of all, it really does deepen our understanding of Shiatsu. It really deepens our understanding of where Zen Shiatsu came from. Yep. It gives us an idea of the history, but it also kind of deepens our awareness. It also helps us with pathologies because, okay, I know Shiatsu is mainly about promoting health and positive flow of energy, but the fact is when you get people in to the clinic, they are going to have pathologies, they're going to have certain symptoms, and it can link those symptoms in with what we are actually doing, you know. And also, and I think this is something that is a big thing for you, Dinah, is the whole mindset thing. Yeah. It kind of empowers the mindset.
Yeah, I love Chinese medicine for that exactly, enriches our practice. Yeah. It deepens our understanding, and really it's a continuum. You know, Zen Shiatsu comes out of the roots of Chinese medicine after all. Yeah, they're not actually, you know, we tend to get them separated out in schools, don't we? But really it's all part of a continuum, and actually having an understanding of that rich heritage strengthens our resonance with the vibrational qualities of the meridian. Yeah, and the points, I would say, as well, and particularly the point. They're really powerful for using points, but also to give us language to communicate with our clients. That's true, yeah. Yeah, we can explain to them what links their loose stools and their heavy legs with with their constant worry. Yeah, sure, yeah. And their, or whatever it is, you know, there's a way of showing that there's a connection. That's true, yeah. And So really empowering for the clients, really enriching for our practice. Great stuff.
Yeah, we love it, don't we? Actually?
Yeah, we do.
TCM. Okay, I want to say a little bit about the history because Carola is our guest lecturer on this course, and we've got, oh, bless you, Diana. And we have got
of wind.
invasion of wind. Yeah. And we've got we've got a clip of Carola when she came in here. She came in for a whole day, and she's been working away with Basti, who's another member of the team. So Karen and I go back a long, long way. We met in the early 80s in Pauline Sasaki's workshops, and we went on to found the Shiatsu College together in 1986. And then in 1991, Carola, Paul, and Nicola and I ran the Shiatsu College postgraduate course, which ran every single year. Maybe some of you have been on that. And it was during that time, between 91 and 2007, that we started this whole project of trying to teach and experience TCM experientially, like as a body thing, rather than just as a theory thing.
Yes.
And I think that's a really big thing, because I know a lot of Shiatsu schools, they get acupuncturists in to teach the TCM, and it does get a reputation for being a bit boring and a bit irrelevant.
Or just tons and tons of information that is not that relevant to the practice.
No, exactly.
Whereas if you've had an experience of what it's like to have your blood enriched or deficient, if you felt it in your body, then it means empower your touch.
Yeah, and also Shiatsu people tend to be body type people anyway, don't they? They tend to be more body orientated. Yeah, so that's the kind of history. And then since we've been doing the online courses since 2007, we've been developing it more with video and audio exercises. And we've got an exercise for you later on. So anyway, let's see what's next. All right, we've got a video we prepared earlier of Carola, who's been a great help on this course, and here she is. Hello, Carola.
Hello, Cliff.
Hello, Carola.
Hello, Cliff.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Well, thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here.
So we're trying to figure out what use TCM is for Shiatsu. So what do you think about that?
Well, Shiatsu really is a part of TCM.
Yes.
I mean, TCM is the big daddy of, or the big mummy, if you like,
yes,
of all the Asian medical arts.
Yes.
They all come from it. And Shiatsu is, you could say, it's a derivative of the massage branch. You know, there are 4 branches of the ancient Chinese medical model, and one of them's acupuncture, one of them's herbs, one of them's moxa, and one of them's massage. So, and they all share a theory, and it's the theory of life, and it's about the basic meaning of what we're calling TCM, of Chinese medicine. It's basically about how energy becomes form. So, and when we talk about ki, we've got the character for ki. And it's, as we know, because you originally reminded me of this all this time ago, that it's formed of 2 radicals, one of which is steam and one of which is rice. So the steam would be the energy side of our existence, the psychological, the spiritual. But the rice would be the substantial form of our existence, which is the physical body that the spirit lives in. And they interact. And I think that many Shiatsu people are trained sort of thinking that ki is energy and that we're working only with energy. And we forget that the 2 are indivisible. And I think with your work on science, you've been working on that, haven't you? And how so much depends on forces and waves within the body. And how at a certain point you can't separate energy and matter. And that actually is also the basis of Chinese medicine.
I'm really glad you mentioned that, because I've always thought that Masanaga's work is in fact part of TCM. It tends to be contrasted, doesn't it, in Shiatsu? You like have TCM over here, Masanaga over here, you know what I mean? But when I started to read the original classics of Chinese medicine, you know, like the Nei Ching and things like that, I was so surprised, because I was expecting to have a textbook a bit like Giovanni, you know, like a real proper textbook. But they're not like that at all, the original classics, are they? Not at all. they're like basically like aphorisms or sayings or almost like poems, and
yes.
then you have centuries and centuries of commentaries
yes.
on them. You know, commentaries. So you know, and a lot of the commentaries disagree as well. There's quite a lot of conflict there. You know, saying that this actually isn't right, and so I've always thought that Masunaga, because he is like one of those people who is evolving it, really stands amongst that sort of thread. And
I think he does.
Yeah, I've never really had a problem with that being, you know, not being about it being different from TCM. I see it as a whole, you know.
Well, me neither. I've never seen any difference at all.
No,
which is why I'm such a fan of both of them,
right.
of TCM and Masunaga. I don't see any contradiction.
No.
Really. No. And incidentally, I think, you know, when we say TCM, I've just heard from someone else an expert in the field, that people are not saying TCM anymore.
No.
They're saying Chinese medicine, because TCM. So here we go into the history a little bit.
Yeah.
What was brought back from China by Giovanni Macioccia and Peter Dedman, both of whom have written these very influential books.
Yes.
What they brought back in the very early 80s was the Mao Zedong's version of the huge panoply of Chinese medicine, because Chinese medicine would take different complexions according to where it was developed. You know, different families would have their own version. Then there were all the differing commentaries that you've just mentioned.
Yes.
You know, it was a very fluid thing, a very eclectic thing, and Mao Zedong, largely because of lack of resources in communist China, he wanted to make it something that could be used and propagated by the barefoot doctors. So he, God knows how he did it. He didn't do it personally. I think he had some cohorts to collect different versions from different places and systematize them all into this somewhat artificial version, which is what was brought back.
Yes.
And which was very, very geared towards physical stuff.
I remember those original books that we had back in the sort of 80s, those original Chinese books, and the Barefoot Doctor's Manual, those books were very much like that, weren't they? Yeah.
They tell you how to perform a vasectomy, did you know?
No. That's always handy, isn't it?
Always handy,
back in some Chinese village somewhere.
Yeah.
Because all they had was those manuals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's right,
Here we are, you see. So you never know what you're going to.
You never know what you're going to find out from one of these. Yeah, so that's just a small snippet of the lovely, lovely work that Carola has done for the course, and she's been great. We had so much fun, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had a really, really fun day with her. And as I say, she's still working on the tongues thing with Basti. They're sending audio. You're going to be getting it soon, Kat, to edit
it. I'll be at the computer.
So that's Carola speaking there. We go back a long way. Okay, so let's see if we can get the slides up. And sure enough, there we are. We've just seen that. Okay, so just a brief idea of what we're covering. In the online course, we've got 7 modules. Starting off with the vital substances. Basti and I had a riot doing that. I've just been looking at the video and creating resources. It was so much fun. Experiencing the vital substances. The Zhang Fu, which is the organs of the body, is in module 2 and how they interact. Causes of disease, always a good one, module 3. And then Qi and blood, yin and yang. We're going to do a little exercise on that soon in a minute. And then we get to the real meaty bit, really, the syndromes. We get 2 modules cover the syndromes, and that's really the like the pathology of TCM, isn't it? Yeah. And then recommendations and points. So that's the overview of the TCM course that we've put together for you. Okay, as I mentioned before, this is Carola right in there. It's an active learning experience. We use a lot of video and audio, NG exercises, all the theory is made practical, and we have a quiz at the end of each module to see whether you've got
a fun quiz.
It's a fun quiz. It's a fun quiz. Yeah. You don't get detention if you fail it or anything. Okay, so now it's time to hear from you. We'd just like to know how you would rate your understanding of TCM. Okay, so I'm going to launch this poll, and we'll just see, how do you think you would rate your own TCM, and we'll just see how much it's needed. That might be a good thing. Wow, it's interesting. Oh, someone's putting. If you can just, just look. If you can see the poll, if you can just click on the poll, and we'll see how you found it. Wow. Okay. Well, only a third of you would rate your TCM knowledge as good or very good. 2/3 of you rate it as neutral, poor, or very poor. So there we are. There's obviously a need for it. I think there is definitely a need for that. Okay, cool. I'll just hide that poll. Thank you very much for taking part in that. Okay, do you want to do an exercise? Okay, here we go. We're going to do an exercise, and we're going to do it on experiencing yin and yang deficiency. And I've got some props here. This is yin, and this is yang. Okay, and you've probably seen those. You've probably seen those charts. They're in all the theory books, aren't they?
They are.
Yin and yang deficiency. And I know it's always a sticking point, because when I'm teaching it, people always say, wait a minute, what does it mean again? Which is yin, which is yang, and what does it mean, and all that. Okay, so we've got an exercise for you. We're going to do it together. We'd like you to join in with us, and we're going to just do an exercise. Oh, Karen can see the picture. Fantastic. It's really good. Connection's good. Okay, so we figured out that if we stand at the back behind the mat here, we can
see us all.
You can see us all. And we can do an exercise. So what you have to do is that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Nice height order, I think.
Yeah, height order. Yeah. You need to move a bit forward. There we are. That's better. Yeah. Okay. So what you need to do is you do need to stand up really to do this exercise. Okay. So you can stand up. You stand up, and what we're going to do is just get in touch with our alignment. And it helps if you close your eyes, actually. So we're just going to close our eyes. And first of all, we're going to get in touch with the fundamentals of yin and yang. So let's just try that. So we're going to relax, tune into your body energy. And let's first of all get in touch with the yin connection. So we're going to be thinking down into the earth. And the yin, which is represented by the earth, is what gives us our feeling of solidity, coolness, nurturing, and a feeling of energy sinking down through the roots, through kidney 1, connecting with the center of the earth. Okay? And try and get that cool, relaxed, solid feeling into every cell of your body through that connection with the earth, so you can feel that solidity in your energy. Okay, so that's connecting with the yin. So now we're going to connect with the yang. So what we do now is we imagine that we're connecting up to the heavens, and the heavens represent movement, warmth, and energy. Okay, so you can think of the sun moving through the sky, you can think of the wind moving. And now just see if you can get that feeling of the warmth, the movement, the vitality of the yang, and get that into your energy and mix it with the yin. Okay, so just let it feel it mixing. So you've got some yin and some yang, keeping your temperature nice and even, not too hot, not too cold, not too overactive, not too underactive. Okay, you got that?
Rightly.
Okay. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a yin and a yang deficiency by a visualization. Okay, so just try this. Imagine we've got a magic sheet, like a metal plate, and we're going to slide it underneath our feet, and that's going to cut us off from the yin. Okay, so suddenly we've got no cooling, no solidity, no nurturing feeling. We've just got the yang energy in our body. See what happens to your energy when that happens. We better stop soon. I'm getting a headache. Okay, let's take this. Let's take the metal plate away. Okay, shake out. Feel the connection with the yin again and allow that cooling, nurturing energy to balance out the yang again. Okay. Okay. Very good. So now we're going to cut off the yang. So we're going to create a yang deficiency. And we're going to do that by imagining a sheet, like a metal sheet going over the top of our heads, right on the crown chakra there, and cutting off the connection with the yang energy. So just cut that off. So all the moving, warming energy is cut off. So what do you feel in your body now? All you've got is the downward, cooling, solid energy left. Just feel that for a while. Pretty horrible in a different way. Really? Okay, yeah. So now quickly slide that off and bring the yang back in again. Okay, so what we've done is we've actually created like an energy simulation of yin deficiency and yang deficiency. So if you get a piece of paper now, I'm just going to get our piece of paper, and some pens, and just draw. I'd just like to draw two pictures. One of the yin deficiency, that's when we cut off the yin. Okay. Okay, and then when we cut off the yang. Okay, so it's just that's it. Okay. So when we cut off the yin, we cut off all the cooling, we cut off all of the solid feeling. So what happened?
Only pens.
Yeah. Ideally, it's good to have colours for this sort of thing. Is that your yin deficient one? Yeah, very good. Yeah,
not attached.
No, that's it. Yeah. If you can draw the yang deficiency one now. The yang deficiency was when we cut off the yang and all we had was the cold, downward, solid feeling left. Okay. Very wise. Catherine's chickened out of the exercise because she's yin deficient and it felt uncomfortable. I tell you what, it did feel very, very uncomfortable. You probably horrible. Yeah. Okay, look, here's my picture. Look, there's my yin deficient one with all the heat going up. And there's the yang deficient one with all the solid, cold kind of feeling down. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And the way you see it in the books, do you want to show?
Oh, yeah.
That's Diana's picture. Whoops.
Yes, I didn't really get my yang deficient quite.
Yeah, very good.
It made me feel so
how did it feel?
Dead.
Yeah.
Yang deficient.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like the dead part of a tree. It was like weird.
Whereas I felt like yin deficient. I felt like a helium balloon that went really light-headed. I just went. Yes. And my yang deficient, I felt like something had just fallen on the top, like really heavy.
Yeah,
and
that's
cold.
It.
I got cold really quick.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. So that's what you can understand why people can't sleep when they have yin deficiency, right? Because it's just all that heat and that movement going on. And this is how you see it in the books. Look, you've got yin and yang. The blue is yin and the yang is red, obviously. And as the yang goes down. Whoa. Sorry, as the yang goes down, you get yang deficiency. So you get an excess of cold and yin qualities. And if you go the other way, yin deficiency causes an excess of heat and an excess of yang. So a relative excess anyway. So that's why you get that feeling. And for me, when I did Yeah, great. You've got some really good symptoms here as well. Look, really good symptoms. Yeah. And that, I think doing that exercise totally makes you understand what kidney 1 does.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because what kidney 1 does, it's the most powerful point in the body in tonifying the yin. It earths you down. Yeah. So basically, if you're yin deficient and you're getting this heat and this rising up the body, you've got this feeling, and kidney 1 is the perfect point to balance that out, you know. So doing exercises like that can really help the understanding of how the points work, the action of the points, you know. Oh, look, somebody had speeded up heartbeat. That's Claire had that. Yeah, absolutely. That's a very common thing, and you get that like tachycardia and things like that because it's the yin quality that keeps the heartbeat with the heart blood, keeps it nice and cool, you know. So so anyway, that's just one little exercise, and we've got loads of those for you to try. And the way we do them is we do them as audio slideshows, so you can actually close your eyes, go through the exercises and experience them for yourself, and that there's one of those in each module. Okay, so the course launches today. It's part of our triple launch. It's the first part of our triple launch. There's another picture of Carola there, elbowing Dinah's.
Yes, I was going to say, what's she up to?
Yeah, it's 7 modules. It's 45 hours CPD-CE, just like they normally are. And the normal price is $299, as it always is. But wait until the end of the webinar, because we've got our new membership offer coming up, and this course will be included in the membership offer. So
look, Simonetta says that when she was yang deficient, she was like a person made of marble.
Oh,
that's a bit like mine. It had a kind of dead feeling, sort of like cold, and marble is very good.
It's a very good one, because
and of course she's Italian, so she would think of
Italian marble.
Carrera.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, that's a very good one, like stone. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. See, we need a good balance of yin and yang, don't we? To keep moving. We really do. Okay. So now we come to part 2 of our triple launch.
Sounds like an ice cream. Triple launch.
It does, yeah. And these are the observed treatment seminars. And first of all, I just want to say a huge thanks to the 50 people that showed up for the trial last month, because we trialed it and quite a few things went wrong. But never mind, because we fixed them all, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah, we had a few problems with the sound. Kat sorted it. So we fixed everything, but it was great. And we had not only 50 people, but we had 12 people actually email in their own time and give us detailed feedback. And that's been really, really good. So anyway, basically we did what we're going to do is every month we're going to get clients in, and we've had no trouble getting them.
Everybody wants a treatment.
Everyone wants to be on one of these observed treatments. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They want to be private film stars.
They do. They really want to do it. And so what we do, we've already done 3 now, haven't we? And Kat's been videoing a lot of them. And what's it like, Kat, when you're actually videoing in the room?
Well, I tend to try and make myself quite quiet. Obviously, because I don't want to interfere with you treating them and them having their lovely treatment. So I tend to feel more like a fly on the wall. Very quiet, non-mosquito fly on the wall. And also, so I don't interfere with what you're feeling, like energetically in the room. So I do tend to empty myself. In a weird kind of way. And then following you, I let you move, and then I see where's best to get in. But I feel it's kind of like, I guess it's like your experience when you had your apprenticeship, where you got to see lots and lots and lots of treatment. I kind of feel it's like that, where I'm not engaged in it as such. I'm just constantly watching lots and making another eye for you all to see it.
Great, because we have had some great feedback on Kat's filming, and it's true. And I also would say that also the clients they've all said that they've, after a while, they just haven't noticed it. They haven't noticed you being there, which has been really interesting. Okay, so the very first one we did was Shakura as a model, and she volunteered. She put her hand up straight away, didn't she? And we found out why later when I did the treatment, as you will find out when you see it, because we've got it all on video and it's going to be available for you. So the idea is we're going to do one of these every month. It's a part of our new membership concept, and it involves real clients doing real treatments. And not only that, what we've done, this is because of the feedback we had from the trial, is we've actually spent quite a lot of time kind of deconstructing the whole session, taking screenshots in, and we've basically gone through the whole session. We've explained every aspect of the diagnosis, every aspect of the treatment, and every aspect of the actual treatment, the theory, diagnosis, the whole thing. So we've got slideshows for everything in the online version. Okay, so the online seminar is a whole treatment, including a live event that we will have questions going on as the video runs. We give you a case history, and we give you this diagnosis, theory, techniques and points and everything, and a quiz, so you can get the hours for your CPD. So this is the one I've done for Shakura. We've done questioning. I've used clean questions. I've got screenshots of us doing the mirroring and everything. I've done the whole body scan. I've actually drawn it for you so you can see it. I've done close-ups of all the palpation of the hara and everything. I've then also, what I've done is I've gone through all the theory. I've done Masanaga theory, TCM, 5 elements, and polyvagal theory.
Great.
Which relates to what she's told us. And then I take you right through the whole treatment, again, with screenshots explaining the treatment, so you can kind of see it. Because a lot of people said it was almost too much the first time seeing the video. And of course, you can always see the video more than once. And here it is. This is a few screenshots from the very first one, including me making the tea.
Karen says you can always go and do a demonstration treatment at her place in France.
Yes,
anytime you like.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll have to make sure I do that. Yeah, I'll be like, okay, and here's the feedback. Here's all the good feedback.
The good feedback, yes.
They thought the video quality was fantastic. Great to see a whole session. Very useful to hear the talk through, because that's the one thing I do is I talk through the whole session. And this was one I really liked. Amazing experience. What I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah, so that was really nice.
But
okay.
A little tiring for you, Cliff, because you're doing the treatment and narrating it at the same time.
I was, yeah, I know. That was the thing that really made it really tiring for me. But do you know what? The funny thing about it is I'm actually getting better at it now. Like the second and third ones, I didn't talk quite so much. You know, I sort of left a little bit more room for people to have a bit of a break and do it. And also we had a lot of feedback and comments on the chat, which is basically that the chat was too distracting. So what we've done now is we put a 10-minute,
at the end.
We put like a 10-minute section on the video, so that we can have the chat, the chat questions like at the end. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it again. We're going to run the full version this month, and I think it's going to be a really really interesting thing. I mean, I went through the hara diagnosis because that was really interesting, because we had like two overlapping things. We had fire element, and we also had this kidney as the kyo, the fire element is jitsu. And then what happened was halfway through the treatment, the stomach became jitsu. Do you remember that? Yeah. And it was one of those really difficult decisions. Like, are you going to go with the original? We're going to stick with it. And that was just so interesting to see all the way through the whole thing. I just go back to this one. So basically what we did was, we've got like a video of me introducing the sessions, and one of the feedback things we've had is that what they'd like to see is like more background to why they came, you know, like more of a case history behind, you know. I think that's one of the feedback things we've had. So what we're going to do in some of the future ones, because the next one we've got coming up was a very serious car accident. And that one is quite a long series of treatments, and it's got quite a lot of history behind it and different stages into it. So what we'll do.
So you've been treating this client who'd had a car accident over a period of time. And then he agreed to come in and have one of the sessions.
Yes, he did.
Filmed.
Yes, exactly. And when he first came in, he had this very serious car accident, and he was in such acute pain he could hardly move. He was in extreme pain, and he'd been having 18 months of weekly physiotherapy with no change in his symptoms at all until he started having the Shiatsu. And so what I did was I put him on a reduced rate and I saw him really regularly until we could get a change in it. And so basically when he really wanted to kind of like give something back, that's what it was. He really wanted to give something back. Sweet. So he volunteered to do it. So I thought it was really good. And the thing is, once we've got when we've got his case as the OTS, which is the second one we'll do, that's going to be like a background case history, so you can see where he got to at that point. And that was quite a pivotal, as it turned out, that was quite a pivotal session for him. It was quite an important pivotal session.
The one that was filmed.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was funny that he came in then. Yeah. So I think that's the idea, is we're going to have the session, the live treatment session, just videoed, and then around it we build like the whole explanation. It reminds me a bit of doing like a case history in school. In fact, that's what I thought. Oh my God, I'm back in school and I have to explain everything.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Tina I suspect that's Tina from America, very excited if she can't get to England.
Yes, exactly.
Because now it'll be like being back at the old
Shiatsu
college residentials.
Well, that's it, and the thing that my motivation for doing this was totally because that's how I really was trained. I did an apprenticeship, and being able to watch hundreds of treatments was just such a unique experience. And it's something that we do in class. I mean, we do those kind of things in class, but I always feel somehow that the dynamic of having a big group changes the session quite a lot.
Changes the energy in the healing space, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas fly on the wall,
cat on the wall,
quiet fly on the wall.
It really doesn't change it.
No,
it doesn't. And I was wondering about how it would work with like real clients. I mean, because obviously Shakura is one of my real clients. She does come to me for sessions, but she's also one of our team. So it was kind of half and half.
Yes, it's that Tina.
Yes. But I wondered how it would work with real clients. But actually, they all said that they didn't notice. In fact, they found it quite interesting to have the commentary. But they basically responded just like they would in a normal session, because the big difference is you can keep the intimacy of the space. That's the thing, which you couldn't do if you had 20 people in. That's really, really good. Yeah. So if there's any questions or any comments that you'd like to put on the chat that we haven't missed because we've been so busy chatting to each other.
Have we missed
lots? Lots of people really got a lot out of the observed treatment, the yin and yang deficiency exercise. Great. Yeah, Dominic does make a point. He says there is a lot of stuff, theory, etc., but that's how it is in real life. So linking that is very good. And that was the biggest one of the biggest shocks for me, was just exactly how much does happen. I mean, because you do so much of it, and you do it at subconscious,
exactly, because it's all embedded, isn't it?
And it is.
And if you think how quickly your mind moves, and actually while you're working, you're now having to connect mind to mouth to say what's happening. But, but because mind is just an expression of your key field,
that's right.
Actually, while you're working, there's so much happening.
There really is.
As you say, Dominic.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. And then when you think about it afterwards and you start linking it all up, it's massive. It's really, really good like that. Yeah. All right. Jane says, can you please send me the videos? I missed it. Okay. So the thing is, what we've done, and I'll explain this a bit later, is we're going to use that Shakura observed treatment session. And we're going to put that in the free membership area. It's going to be in all the membership areas. And we're also going to give you a link to the actual real one. Now we've fixed the audio, we fixed everything. We're going to replay that this month. That will be our OTS for October.
And that's a free.
Yeah, it's in the free membership, and we'll be giving you a link to that because we're keeping it open. Which is one thing that I do want to flag up at this stage, which is we have one of the other reasons, and I'll get onto this in a minute. One of the other reasons why we want to construct a membership group is because the sessions with real clients will not be shared on social media. No. Okay, and in fact we're going to close the New Energy Workers group, you know, the Facebook group. Yeah, we're going to close that, and we're going to move everything into a secure place online, a community within the membership group. And what we've done is we've updated the terms and conditions to include a confidentiality guidelines, because what we wanted to do was we wanted to create a safe space for the clients to know that their treatment's not going to go up on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever. So Shakura, obviously, because she's one of the team, has allowed us to share that session. But from now on, all of the sessions will be membership only, and they'll all be within a secure area. And one of the things we get you to agree on, if you do want to become a member, is that you do follow the confidentiality guidelines. Because the thing about Facebook is it's all very well, but it's not really the appropriate place to have something like that, where it's all just freely shared. So that's it. And if you go onto the new site, which we'll show you how to do at the end of the webinar, then we'll show you where you can find everything, and you can see where the confidentiality guidelines are and everything. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So is there any other, I think I've got another, wait a minute. Does that mean Catherine says, does it mean there's less other people influence? Yeah, I think that's true. You know, like when you're doing, all right, wait a minute. Will there be a chat in there? Okay, so the chat, when we do the live event for the OTS, it runs like a video webinar, and there is a chat there. You can ask questions and stuff like that. Within the online resources area, we're going to upload the video. That's a members only area. We're going to upload the whole video. In fact, we've already done it. It's there waiting for you. That's got all the other resources, and then there's a forum in there. So if you've got any questions afterwards, something occurs to you, or you have a client that has a similar thing or anything, then you can ask on the forum. All right. So there's going to be opportunities to ask questions during the live event, and also if you're in the membership area, you'll be able to access the video at any time, and you'll be able to ask questions on the forum. Okay, so that's right. Okay, online courses are a great way to learn at our own pace, and they're cheaper than going away at weekends. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, Zoe, that's great feedback. Yeah, thanks. In fact, that's what I was going to ask everyone. I was just going to see, because we've got so many people on this webinar, I just wondered how many of you have actually already enrolled in an online course, so you know what they're like. So could you just see if you've actually enrolled on an online course in the past?
That's a question from Vicky.
Okay.
Vicky.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Most of them have.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Over half of you have. So I'm preaching to the converted here. You already know exactly what they're like. Okay, so that's really good. So if you've already been on an online course, you know what it's like. Well, the observed treatment sessions or seminars, they're basically like mini online courses where you can find all the resources. Okay.
Yes, Karen, I think he does mean with us, with the new energy work.
Yes, that's right. With us, yeah, online course with us, yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah, so half of you have been. Okay, well, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah, so Biggie asks, yes, the membership includes the TCM course. Yes, it does, and it also includes a whole load of other stuff. Oh, look, someone loves them. Yeah, thank you very much for that. That's great. Yes, yeah, we do have very good feedback from the online course. We have a lot of fun making them, and they really do work really, really well. Yeah, so that's really good. So now how long have we got? We've only got like just over 10 minutes left. No, okay. So yeah, then I need to just spend a bit of time getting, we've got the feedback on the trial. Okay, so now we can, oh yes, here we go. Did you know there's a European Shiatsu Congress up in Amsterdam in 2020? We do know this. We do. Yeah. And not only that, we're all going to be there.
Yeah.
Because New Energy Work is going to be in partnership with the European Shiatsu Congress in Amsterdam. And we're actually going to be videoing all of the workshops, and we're going to be live streaming some of them too. And we're working in partnership, and we're actually going to be creating an online version of the whole Congress. So we're training up everyone. We're all going to go out there. we're going to need a coach, I think, to get us all out there. So yeah, so we'll see you. If you're going to be there in Amsterdam, you'll see us there walking around video equipment. And not only that, I should also flag up, yeah, it's in September 2020. It is in September 2020. I should also flag up that as part of the partnership with the European Shiatsu Congress, we will actually be running a series of webinars for, they're open webinars, but obviously if you're on our mailing list, you'll find out about them. And we're going to be working up to the Congress. The presenters will be presenting their material in advance with live webinars. So yeah, so that's going to be like really cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's it. And we're going to put it together. Kat's going to be busy. It's going to be all that editing. And we're going to put it together. And so if you go to the European Shiatsu Congress, you'll get free access to that course. And then if you can't make the Congress, you'll be able to get hold of the, get access, paid access into it. Okay, so that's, so we're going to be doing that. Definitely highly recommended. And look out for the emails about the European Shiatsu Congress webinars, which will be coming up very, very soon. Yeah, okay, so that's really cool.
And if I remember rightly, 3 Shiatsu College founding teachers are presenting in Amsterdam.
They are. I think,
you and Carola and Nicola.
Right, so Carola will be there.
Yeah.
Nicola, so it's pretty much three of the founders of the Shiatsu College. So it'd be a big reunion. We're going to have a great party, won't we, there?
College party.
Yeah. Okay, that just gives me a little bit of time left to just 10 minutes left to explain the memberships. So we've had a few people ask questions about that, and we're really excited about them because it's going to be the future of new energy work. So this is a question which we're asked a lot. I've already enrolled on the online courses in the past. That's over half of you. Thank you so much for your support. We wouldn't have been able to get where we are today without you. Do I still have access? And the answer to that is, of course you do. Yes, you do. The courses that you've bought in the past as one-off courses, you have lifetime access to, and no one can take that away from you. They'll always be there. Okay, so there's no problem with that. Okay, but the membership works in a slightly different way. And this is the question, the other question that we're asked a lot, which is, what's the difference between enrolling and paying for a single online course or joining as a member? So in other words, what's the difference between enrolling in one course like the TCM course or becoming joining as a member? And the answer to that is, it's very much like the difference between Netflix and buying a DVD. Okay, if you subscribe to Netflix, you don't pay very much per month and you have access to all of the content and you can watch as much as you like. And it's like a rolling subscription. And if you stop paying, you have no access. Okay. Whereas with a DVD, if you buy it and then you've got it forever. Okay. It isn't a Blu-ray though. So if you get a bigger TV, you're in trouble. Yeah. But so that's the difference. Or the same thing with Spotify. So if you enroll with Spotify, you can listen to all the music content that's there. But if you buy a CD, obviously you have that for forever. So that's the difference. And we are going to open up a membership category. In fact, we've got 3 membership categories. We've already done that. Okay, so we've got 3 memberships, and maybe I'll just go back. I'm just going to go back and explain the 3 memberships. Yeah, okay. So we've got free membership, and at the moment that consists just of the OTS with the Observed Treatment Seminar with Shakura. And basically that's just like as a kind of taster if you're not sure whether you're going to like it. If you haven't done an online course with us before, you want to know what it's like. So that's free. We've got a student membership, which is a cut down version of the professional membership. Okay, and that's basically for Shiatsu students. What we've done is we've put the 2 courses we think are most useful for students, right? Which is successful practice, because we want you to be successful in your practice. And the other one is the foundations course, because that's probably good for 3rd years, I would say.
Absolutely, and graduates and new graduates.
Exactly.
30 students.
This is your easing into professional practice, because it gives you a lot of background in more advanced energy work. It gives you a lot of history of where the techniques came from.
And it's got body scanning.
It's got the basic
vibrational levels, and
it has got the basic. No, it hasn't got vibrational levels. It's got whole body scanning. It's got basically how to do Kyojitsu, meridian scanning. Yeah, it's got basically all the things that you probably get into at the end of the 3rd year. Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah. So that's the memberships. Okay. And
don't forget the professional one.
Yeah, okay. And then we've got the professional membership, which is access to all the courses. Okay, so let's have a look.
Forever.
Right, yes, exactly, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to finish up the webinar we've got a founders member offer, because what we would like is we'd like to have 100 members by the end of the month, because that keeps the whole show on the road and allows us to carry on. And to do that, to make that happen, we're going to create a vibrational level course.
That's exactly,
okay?
Yes. Sorry, I was jumping the gun there.
Yes, you were, yeah.
That's a special bonus, huh?
Yeah, so we thought we'd create something as a sort of thank you for the first 100 people that we're hoping to get in October. And the other thing that we would really like to do, for those of you who've been on, over half who've already been on one of our online courses, is we'd like to change things up a bit, okay? So what we'd like to do is we're going to give you a membership survey, because what we'd like you to do is, rather than us have to always think all the time, what's the next online course that we're going to do, okay? Well, we'd like you to help us. So we're going to create a membership survey and get you to help us decide, by giving us suggestions and voting on the courses, like which ones would you like? Yeah, like us to do next. And then that takes a bit of pressure off us, and we can give you exactly what you want. And the other big change is going to be the observed treatment seminars are going to be more central to it. So, we might have someone in with Parkinson's disease or car accident or whatever, and then the courses support the observed treatments. So it's going to be, that will be more the center, and the courses will feed into that. So it's a bit of a change of focus, really. Okay, so that's what we'd like to offer you. Okay, I'm glad you like that. Yeah, glad you like that. If you like that idea, please give us some support and say you do in the chat, and we'll yeah, great. Okay, so the professional membership, okay, this is what it is. It's 12 observed treatment seminars. We're going to do one each month, okay, including all the online resources and the live events and we're going to do 12 of those each year, so one a month. We're going to do 4 active online courses. So what we're going to do is we're going to create new courses. We're also going to relaunch ones that from the past that need revamping. But we can't really do more than one of those every 3 months.
No, there's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work, as you know, if you've done a course, there's a lot of them.
Yes, I think my finger would fall off.
Yeah, it'd be too much for Kat. Too much for Kat. Yeah. Yeah, and so we did the sums, and it works out at over 200 hours of CPD each year. So that's a lot of hours. But that means, if you complete the courses and you do them and you need the certificates, you can do that. Okay, and we're also going to give you access to all the other past online courses as well. So you have access to all the content. Okay. And so we added up the sums, and that's like €1,800 a year if you bought everything. Yeah. Okay, so obviously that's way too much for any Shiatsu person. So that's where the membership comes in to help us fund it. And so what we're doing is we're looking for members to join us, and we're going to ask €25 a month if you pay every month, or €20 a month if you pay annually. Okay, and there's no risk, there's no contracts, no tie-in. You can leave when you like. If you want to support us, then please join up. Okay. Fran says, this is the 6 online courses you've already run. Yes. So all the 6 courses, and that's of course going to grow. It's going to grow. So in another year's time, there'll be another 3 or 4. So there'll be 9. And so that will grow. That will be like an archive that you can get that in. Okay. The student rate, Philip asks, that's €15 a month or €10 a month paid annually. Okay. So you can find out all about that if you look at the online site. You can see the different benefits of each membership category. Okay, so that's how we would like to run it for now. And if you'd like to support us, it will be absolutely amazing. If you pay, what you do, if you go on, you pay with a credit or debit card, and you pay in euros, and it automatically will change it into pounds. Okay, so that's. What's the cost in pounds? Well, who knows? It depends on the exchange rate. I mean, it's pretty much 1 for 1 at the moment, maybe a little bit less, but it just changes all the time. But the reason that we price it in euros is because with most of our students, most of our participants are in Europe or in America or somewhere, so that they're paying in all different currencies anyway. Yeah, so the student membership is 15 euros a month or 10 euros a month or 120 euros for a year, and that includes the 2 online courses we talked about, and we're going to select 4 online treatment seminars, 4 seminars that are suitable for students, because we don't want to frighten you too much by anything too advanced, and we'll put them through the year every quarter. So it'd be like October, January, April, and one in the summer. Okay, it's like a seasonal thing. Okay, and that's how we'd like to work it, and we'd love you to join us. So if you can join us, if you'd like to join us and support the project, no, that's not an introductory offer. That's we thought we'd just keep the price as constant as we can. So that's it. Yeah,
but there is a bonus for the first 100 joiners, which is the free vibrational levels.
Yeah, that's right. If you join in October, or if you're one of the first 100, then we'll give you this extra bonus thing as a thank you for joining us as a founder. You'll be a founder, and we'll come to you when we need help, which we probably will. And the one thing I would ask, though, is because it's all completely new, if you do join as a founder member, if you find anything doesn't work or there's any glitches anywhere, just tell us, because obviously it's all new for us and we're working away all the time behind the scenes trying to iron everything out. So you can help us by giving us feedback to make sure everything works smoothly. Okay, and you're absolutely right. Each online course has got a lot of content. I mean, I don't think anyone will be able to do more than 4 online courses a year. No. It's a hell of a lot of material. But as I say, the online courses are not going to be the most central thing anymore. They're going to be supporting the observed treatment sessions. Yeah.
So Louisa's asking, how could she find out? It's on the website?
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to share a link with you. I'm going to email you straight after the webinar, and you should be directed after the webinar. Okay. So I'm just going to find that. I've got featured action. Okay, where is it? No, okay. Oh, no, this. Here we are, featured action. No. Okay, let's see. Okay, so but I'll email you. Oh, here it is. What am I doing? Here it is. Here's the link. Okay, so that's the link to the page. So you can just click on that. Obviously, we'll email you in the next hour or so. We'll process the video this evening, send it out. We'll send you an email to the link, or you can just go to onlinecourses.newenergywork.com, or just go to newenergywork.com. We'll put a link in there. So yeah, we'll show you how to get there, no problem. So you just like to click on that link and you'll see how to get there. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. That's our triple launch done, the TCM online course, the observed treatment sessions, and the new membership, all wrapped up in one hour webinar. We just made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it half past?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very, very much for being with us. And you've been a fantastic group, absolutely huge. We've had like 130 people on the webinar. It's been 150 up to 150. And we've had lots more people will be watching this as a recording. We've had 600 people sign up. So if you've been watching this as a recording, thank you very much. And we hope you join us on our new venture, a new project. Yeah. Okay.
And may your yin and yang be balanced.
Yes.
And life enhanced.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dinah.
Thank you.
And thank you, Kat, for joining us this evening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you very much. I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone. Great. Okay, we're going to end the session. We're going to make sure that the webcams and the mics are all turned off.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's like University Challenge.
Yeah.